Hello and welcome to Board Game TV. It's Adventure Monday and we're playing The Others. Now, this will be the last video for The Others for a while, unless they come out with some new expansions. We played all the base game missions, but we have one expansion for The Others, and it's the Apocalypse expansion. And I have that, so we're going to play the mission that comes with that. It's called The End Times, The Aftermath. Now, we have for our acolytes, we have the corrupted police, as you can see on the board, and it's once per round summon a dead police officer to join a non-ranged fight. If the current hero is alone, he takes 1 wound. And we have gluttony in here again. I randomly just picked and I got gluttony, and there's a controller there, and gluttony has beware heroes, I will feed off your power. Whenever a hero gains an upgrade card, you gain a sin card. Whenever a hero gains an extra turn token, you gain a reaction token. Alright, and the heroes I randomly picked as well. We have Calvera, Morgana, our bruiser. Calvera has, at the start of your turn, you may raise or lower any hero's corruption by 1. Morgana has heal 1 of your wounds at the end of your turn. And for our fixer, we have Baldur. At the end of every fight you start, you may immediately choose and equip a new upgrade card. This game, I got my 5 sin cards here. This game comes with, this expansion comes with a new Apocalypse track. And it comes with this mission. It's called The End Times. Before their defeat, the Hell Club opened the final gate, unleashing the demons of the Apocalypse into Haven. The heroes must now save the city from complete annihilation. At the start of the round, we have to place either 2 of these types of tokens, each on a different space. And I randomly put them here, so at the start of a round I'll put 2, and then at the start of the next round I'll put 2, and at the start of the next round I'll put 2. At the end of the round, raise the Apocalypse track by 1. Raise it again by 1 for each space containing 2 or more acolytes. And then special rules. The Sins player cannot summon dead monsters at the end of the round as normal. And in this mission, we don't put the full abominations on the board. 2 of them will start dead, and that's one of the new special rules for the Apocalypse thing. They're just basically, you just start the game with 2 less abominations on the board. You can still, when you at the end of the round, when you recruit your new monsters on the board, you can still put these dead monsters on the board then, but you just start with 2 less. When instructed to summon an Apocalypse demon, draw 2 cards from the demon deck, choose 1 and put the other on the bottom. Twice per round. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pick the one that comes on top. And this is our Apocalypse deck. Twice per round, the Sins player may dominate any unused district that Apocalypse is in. Mark the city action slot using it up for this round. And then that means I can do one of these things here. Summon a dead monster, put a corruption token in a space, gain a reaction token, move the orbital strike up to 2 spaces, then wound all heroes in that space, destroy 1 upgrade card in the general inventory. The first thing I have to do is I have to either do Baptism by Fire, cleanse all tokens from 3 districts, or destroy the number of acolytes in the same round. And that's probably the easier one there. The 5 upgrade cards in the pool are the Last Blaze, the Inner Mastery, the Blood Shield, Talisman of Hope, and the Gatling Gun. Now, the reason that this expansion is so good, and really this game, it defines this game, is the miniatures. And these are the 4 horsemen of the Apocalypse. And there is Apocalypse right here. Now, he starts the game on the board. And this guy, as you can see, is a freaking beast. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, my God. I think I did okay on the paint job. But this, you know, this is a really freaking cool miniature. You can see the like bodies in right here. He's got the skulls and everything. This guy is a beast. He is Greater Demon of the Inn. Before or after reaction token in which Apocalypse doesn't move and doesn't add dice to a fight, he may move 2 spaces and dominate an unused district he's in. If he's defeated, place him in a different monster-free space immediately. And he's not as strong as you would think he would be, but he is pretty cool. And he's going to start here. Now, also eventually coming in will be the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And this is War right here. He's really cool looking. Famine. And Pestilence. And of course, Death. And one of the reasons I got this game was not only does it have 7 sins, but it has the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And I'm a sucker for the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse type stuff. And these miniatures, I'm going to tell you, they are the reason to get this expansion. Those miniatures are just awesome. That's the thing about this game. Some games, the miniatures enhance the game. Well, this game is miniatures first, and then the game comes second. I know that usually would be a bad thing, but that's not really too disparaging of a thing about this game. This game has great miniatures. Probably some of the best I have, and it's just fantastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get started. So at the start, I'm going to place 2 pentagram tokens. I'll put one here. I'll put one. Why not put one there? Okay. All right. So Calvera is going to go first. He will take this proxy here, and for his city action, he will gain a free turn marker. And all right, and we have to beat 3 alkalites now in one round. We're going to try to do that. Now we have one here, and we have one here, and we have one here. And so probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him, and we have to, of course, roll for corruption. So let's go ahead and roll for corruption, since we're going to move out of that space. And we're going to move into a space with corruption. So let's go ahead and move here and go ahead and see if we have to take any corruption. We do not. Okay. Okay, and I think what we're going to do is I am going to go ahead and fight this guy. I'm going to get 3 dice. I may take a corruption to gain a dice. Of course, he's going to have his 2 dice. Let's see what we're going to get. Okay, well, I got a burst. Okay, so let's see. Well, the eye is not really going to do anything, so we'll take the eye out. I have 3. I can use this to block the corruption. He has 1 shield, so that will block that. And I do 3 wounds to it. That is enough. And so I defeat him. I can move that there. Okay, well, that's the end of his turn. And as a Sins player here, okay, I'm going to play Cursed Fate, and what I'm going to make him do is we're going to play that, and we're going to make him re-roll. So we're going to put that there, and we're going to make him re-roll. Well, that didn't turn out well at all. Well, hold on. He got 2 burst. Okay, we got 3 burst. Okay, so, well, the eye is no good. I can take out one of these hits for my shield. I have rolled another shield, so I can take out another hit. That leaves one corruption and one hit. Now I just need 3. I can use these to cancel these out. So it's 3 hits. So the same thing has basically happened. And there we go. Alright, that's his turn. And let's see here. Do I want to play a reaction? I don't want to make it easy for these guys. I tell you what though, I will. No, they have to come here. So I will play. I will not play a reaction token. Not quite yet. And I'll let the heroes go again. Okay, next is Morgana. She'll go. She has to roll a corruption for corruption because we're going to move out of that space. No. And I'm going to move her 1. And then she's into a fire space there, so let's roll for that. Okay, she will take 1 damage. Okay, and then we're going to move her here. But we have to roll again for the fire. Alright, she's going to take another damage. And then we have to do the corruption. Alright, we don't have to worry about that, because there's a corruption in that space. And so I think what I'm going to do is she will I'm going to play her city action token. And I'm going to gain an upgrade card. I'm going to gain this sword right here. And I gain another one. I think I'm going to take the blood shield. However, because where's the token at? Okay. I gain 2 sins cards. Because of that. And I gained a reaction token last turn as well, because of the of this right here, because he gained 1. However, I will summon a dead police. She will take a wound because of that. But she will now fight these guys. And I think I will raise her corruption. It's going to go here. I can't right there. So she will get 2 extra dice. She has a strength of 3. And they're going to get 4 dice. Okay, so she got 2 bursts, they got 1. Okay. Well, she got another burst. Okay, well these eyes aren't going to do anything, so let's go ahead and just take them out. Wow, they didn't roll any corruption, so we'll just take the corruption out. So they did 5 hits to her. Okay, now she does have 2 shields. She has the blood shield. So she's going to take 2 wounds as well on that. Okay. Actually, I think what I'll do is I use one of these as a shield as well. Do 3 wounds, and I take out one of these guys. Again. So that's 2 dudes we've taken out. Now I will react, and I want to spend one of my reaction tokens, and I'm going to move him here. Okay. And I think that's good. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to play the start of hero turn. Give current hero 1 upgrade card and 1 extra turn token. I want to give him a crappy upgrade card. He's not a big... Well, he isn't. I'll give him this thing right here. This is not really going to... After a skill roll, you may take 1 to roll more dice. We'll put that there. And then I'm going to get another Sins card because of that. Okay. He's going to go. And let's see here. We're going to move him. He will move. He got a roll for corruption, so let's move him. Okay, he's going to have to take a corruption. So he's going to move here. He's going to move into the fire. See what happens there. Nothing. Okay. And then he will move. Let's see here. Move this out of the way here. A second space, which is going to be here, and of course there's nothing else in that, but there's the fire he's moving out of. Okay, that doesn't worry. And he will attack that police officer there. Not really, nothing good Sins card for them. Well, whatever. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, well, we got to try to beat this guy. So he's going to get 2 dice. It's not very good. I will go ahead and raise his corruption. And this Alkalite's going to get 2 dice. Okay. And let's see here. Well, that's not going to be good enough to really do anything. And actually, I'm going to have to take a corruption because of that. Okay. But I can now react, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin that to move another reaction there. But I do get to choose an upgrade card, and I think I will choose the Ice Blade. And get rid of this Neuromater here. But that means I get a Sin card though. Okay, and I'm going to play that. Start of hero turn, offer any number of heroes an extra turn token. Each hero that refuses takes 1 corruption. Well, I don't want to give him a bunch of reactions, so everybody's going to have to take 1 corruption. Okay, so Calvera's here. There's really nothing much to do here. I could try to cleanse this stuff, which will help me. And he's actually decent at cleansing, so why not? So we're going to spin that, and we're going to try to cleanse. We get 3 die. We got 1 burst. That really, we just cleanse that. That's it. It's basically all he can do, and that's basically the end of his turn. But he could have. He's going to lower his corruption by 1 because he can do that. And do I react to that? I mean, all my cards are basically... Okay, I'm not going to do anything. I am going to play this card though. Start of turn, hero chooses to take 2 wounds, or you turn one of his upgrades face down until the end of a round. Okay, so she will turn her or you. I'm going to turn the sword face down, so she can't use the sword, and so she's going to have to fight on her own. She will raise a corruption of 1. She did heal. I forgot to heal her, but she does heal. So she's going to get another hit. So she does get 3 dice. But here we have 5 for them. Okay, well, see, they got a burst. Okay, so that's a blank. It's a corruption. She has nothing to counter the corruption, so the corruption will go up. And she's got a shield, so that's going to counter those. She has 2 shields here, so they're going to counter that. So she's going to take 1 wound. She did do 2, so this is enough to beat this guy right here. And so we have done this. Hero summon the Avatar and a random Apocalypse Demon. Okay. It's not very good, but yeah. Alright, so we're going to summon the Avatar. It says hero summon them. So, by the hero summoning them, that means I can put them, I think, where I want. And I think I'll put the Avatar here. And I have to do a random Apocalypse Demon. And we got Famine. Summon into any space with a monster. Hero can't use in the district. Okay, Famine defeated place. Okay, so Famine will go. And that's Famine? Yeah. I can put him in any space with a monster and that there's a nest. Well, I could put him all the way back here. So Famine will be put back there. Okay. So what we have to do, we can reinforce Haven, leave all 3 NPC tokens in the starting space. Destroy the Avatar and 1 Apocalypse Demon may only be completed by a hero with at least 1 NPC token attached. Okay. Okay, well, let's see. There's 1 NPC token. There's another NPC token. And then we have 1. The starting space is here. I don't know if that's going to be possible to do that. And then Gluttony is way the heck over there. And then, boy oh boy, this is going to be very, very hard. But I think what I will do is I will react. I will spend a reaction token. And we're going to attack her. Of course, she did heal. She took a wound. And then she heals. So there's that. And let's see here. I'm going to use Poison Indulgence. You roll a +1 die for each upgrade an extra turn token has. Well, she does have an upgrade. She has 2 upgrades, actually. So he's going to get to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 die to her 3. Okay, I'll probably have to spend a corruption here to get 2 hits on this thing. Okay, ooh, that was not good. Alright, well, they got a burst. Okay, so let's see what she has. Wow, that goes nowhere. She got 3 hits. She does have the blood. She does have 2 shields. The blood shield will steal that. Now, she will have to do a corruption, and then she'll have to take another wound. But she does kill him. It's good enough to kill him. Okay. And that was my reaction. And now it's Baldur's turn. This is his last turn. And oh boy, with Baldur here. Eesh. I have the Ice Blade. I mean, I have that. I have the Ice Blade. I can try to... Give me. That's not the greatest. Well, she can heal one wound at the end of her turn. Man, what do I do with him? All right. What I think I'll do is we'll just go ahead and I'll attack with the ice blade. It gives me 3 dice to their 5. I will take a corruption. Again, extra dice. So let's see what I have here. Well, no burst. That's not good. Well, they rolled 2 blanks. That's okay. I have a shield. So that's actually not that bad. The problem is the corruption. So that'll not negate that. I have to take 2 corruption. But I do wipe him, and I'll take this guy out. Actually, I'm sorry. Take him out. And now I will react. This will be my last reaction token. And I think what I'll do is I will move this guy here, and they will attack. Okay, well, that's actually another good roll for the hero. Look, I got 2 bursts for the hero, 1 burst for the bad guy. Okay. And that eye is not going to do me any good. Okay, well, I only got 3 hits, so I guess I can kill this one. However, I did get 3 hits on me, but 1's blocking that shield. He has 1 shield, and I have the ice blade, which gives me another shield, so I take no damage. That's actually really, really good. Actually, I played Abdominal Fury. Start fight. Each abomination this fight gains 1 hit. And that is enough actually to put a wound on him. I'm not going to take a new equipment card, though, because that just, yeah. Okay, and then Calvera's turn. It's his last turn. I'm going to try to cleanse again. However, he can lower any one hero's corruption, and I think I will lower her corruption by 1. And that's it for his little extra turn. And of course, we take that off for his Sin's reaction, and he will try to cleanse. Not good enough. Okay, well, that's not good enough. So that's going to be the end of the round. Okay. Raise the Apocalypse track by 1. Summon an Apocalypse Demon. So this time we're going to get War. All monsters in space with War gain +1 dice in fights. Okay. And I have to put him in a space with a monster here. I guess I can put him here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I forgot to do this. So let's go ahead and get this done with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this. I can move the Orbital Strike. And I'm going to put a wound on Calvera. He will take a wound. Because he's going to wound. And then I'm going to destroy 1 upgrade card in the inventory. And I don't like the Gatling gun. So there goes that. And I think, alright, so I've done that. Let's flip my tokens. Just give me two cards. Okay, so let me think about what I want to do, what kind of strategies I want to take, as to which way I want to go. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play start a first hero's turn. I'm going to put this in the space with the altar. And it's Calvera's turn. He can lower corruption, so I want to lower his corruption. I'm going to use his city action space. Well, one, two. I'm going to move this here, and I'm going to kill this guy. However, that's going to give the Sens player, because I get 2 upgrades, he'll gain the blood shield. I'll take the Angel's Tears. That actually doesn't look too bad. But I also gain a couple Sin cards. Okay, so Calvera here, we're going to go with his turn. And we have to try to start beating some of these guys. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him. He's going to move 1 out of this subway. And he's going to go here to this subway. And I'm going to try to pop him while he's weak. I will take a corruption to get an extra hit. So I have a 4 dice. Now right now, remember these guys are 4, so it's what's going to happen. But I will take the proxy. I get the proxy. So that's 2 actually he has. That's actually that's actually not that difficult. Yeah, okay, so it's going to give me another one against their 4. Let's see what happens. Okay, well that was that was not a good roll by anybody. Okay, I don't have enough to hurt him. I can block 1 corruption. The eye does nothing. The shields block that. And so basically, I got to take a corruption. If you don't take voluntary corruption to fight, gain 1 result of your choice. Okay, well then I actually will turn that to that and don't do corruption. So that really doesn't happen. And now, however, I will spend a reaction token, and they will have it out. And they will have it out, and so let's go ahead, and I guess I will spend a voluntary corruption here to gain 1 extra dice. That's 2 plus my 3, and then of course he has 4. Alright, let's see what we have. Alright, I did have a burst. That's an eye. Okay, so nothing. Alright. Corruption. 4 hits to 2. I do have the 1 shield. And I have the blood shield, so I'm just going to take that. 4 hits. Okay, so actually we have destroyed 1 Apocalypse Demon. Now it says place him in a monster-free space at the end of the round. So he's going to come back in a monster-free space at the end of the round. But we have done 1 of these. So all I have to do really is defeat the Avatar, which is over there. However now, and that was a reaction. So it's actually going to be Morgana's turn. And I'll play this card though. Move up to 2 monsters, 1 space each. And I think what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and try to block anybody coming off. Well, I think for my first dominate, I'm going to go ahead and put him here. So that's good. And I can move 2 monsters. And I think I'm going to move him 1. And I think I'm going to move him 1. Alright. Okay. I want to keep her anchored there. Alright, if she moves, she's going to take a wound. Okay, alright. I know this is going to be a risk. It's just going to be... Oh, wow, that corruption there. Ugh. There's a lot of corruption where the hell she's at. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to roll, see if I take a corruption. I do not. Okay. So I'm moving out of that space. I'm going to take a wound. I'm going to go there, and I have to see if I take 2 more corruption. Okay, I'm fine. And then I'm going to move out of that space and take a wound. Now, I'm going to use my city action token. I'm going to lower my corruption by 2. I'm going to pick this proxy up. And I think what I'm going to do is I get an extra turn token. That means the bad guy takes an extra turn token. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight that guy. However, he does get to go there. So in game 4, she will have wow. Yeah, that would kill her. So she's going to fight, and she could die this round. This is going to be a big deal here. But if she can survive this, we can do some good here. She's going to gain 3 dice, and then +2 for the blade. And they're going to gain 4. And then the pentagram is going to gain another dice. Okay, well, oh, that was not a good roll. Not a very good roll at all. They're going to gain 2 burst. Okay, yeah, this is going to kill her. Well, she does have 1 burst. Let's start with that. Okay. She has another burst, so let's do that. Okay. She has... Alright, 2 shields. So let's take the eyes out. We rolled a couple eyes. She has 3 shields, so she can take those 3 out. She does have 2 normal shields, so that's it. So that in fact goes there. Then the corruption. Now I will spend 1 of these to get rid of that corruption. That gives me 3 hits. I can take out 1 of these guys there. And that's that. We've done that. So actually, that wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. However, I'm going to react now, and I want to send him here, and him and the police thing will attack. And start of a fight. Avatar gains the same fight bonuses given by the current hero's upgrades. That's a terrible card. So, first of all, let's give him 2, and then 3, 7, and then another 2. Okay, she's going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no burst. Well, that's terrible. It's 2 corruption go. Wow. Well, we will say this. She did kill him. However, she has now been defeated. Put the proxy token there. And we'll take her out of the game. And we'll put a shooter. We'll put Rocco. He's going to go at the start space. Okay. That was not very good. But what can you do? Okay. Now it's Baldur's turn, and Baldur's in a heap of trouble, to be honest with you. And I do have the Ice Blade. So let's go ahead. Let's fight. We're gonna get 1 shield, which is gonna be 4. 2, 4 for them. And start taking out some of these guys. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Well, we did get 1 burst. Okay, they got 1 burst. Okay. Wow, look at that corruption. Okay. Well, alright, so we can take 1 corruption off. Alright, 1 there. He does have... Oh, I forgot to give him his extra die. No, I didn't. Actually, he rolled too many die. Okay, let's re-roll this. He's going to get 3 dice. Oh, he had better than he had. Okay. Alright, here we go. Oof, this is good. This is painful. Okay, that takes out that. That takes out that. He doesn't do anything, but he's going to take 4 corruption. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. That was horrible. Okay, and then for a reaction, I'm going to try to end him, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to end him. I thought maybe I could have did a little bit better. Okay, well, these 2 corruption, we'll take out these 2 corruption. Unfortunately, we have an eye and then 2 blanks. His shield will take that. So he wants to take 1 corruption. He's still okay. Okay, it's Calvera's turn, and he will reduce his corruption by 1. And I think with Calvera, what do we need to do? I'm going to use twice per round. I'm going to add another monster, and I'm going to add a gluttony guy here. Let's see here. Alright, so his path is a little bit blocked. Actually, it's not that bad blocked. What I'm going to do with him is he's going to go back in the subway. He's going to come over here. Then he's going to use that again, and he's going to come out here. Now we have to roll for the fire. Alright, we're going to have to take a wound. And then we'll fight. We have the proxy. Okay, we got one burst. Okay, I can take corruption out there. And that is enough to kill this police guy right here. So there's that. And I think what I'm going to do is I will react. He will go here and he will attack. Okay, and well, he's gonna get his 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Calvera has 3, 4 with the proxy. Okay, let's see, a burst. Okay, and then he got a burst. He got another burst. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Alright, these two are blank. That's fine. Wow, look at all these hits. Okay, so he has one shield. Then you can take one hit off. And he has the blood shield. You can take another hit off. Shield off. Hit off. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. With my raised corruption, this is gonna seem crazy. Gives me 2 hits. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can. All I need is 7, and I have 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these off with this, and I'm going to kill him. So that means we have done this one. Okay, we have to destroy Apocalypse. Somebody with an NPC has to do it. Now Caveira has 2 NPCs. The problem with Caveira is now we have to do the tally here. And okay, 2 hits he's got to take. So he's going to take 2. 2 corruption he has to take. So he's going to take 1, 2. So he's not dead. And so there's that. Now, however, I'm going to try to kill him. Oh, that's right. I don't have any more reaction tokens. So as the Apocalypse player, I kind of screwed myself. But that's okay. So this is Rocco's turn. Can't believe I used them all up. Yeah. Rocco is going to move. He has no NPCs. Calvera does. But I do want to get somebody. Oh, well, you know. If I send him back there. Yeah. Okay. That's what we're going to do with Rocco. First thing with Rocco is I'm going to move him 1. And we have to roll for our corruption there. Okay. Then we have to roll for the fire there. Okay. And then I'm going to move him 2. Of course, there's a fire. We move out. Okay. Okay. Now Rocco. Oh, that's right. He's ranged. Ah, I forgot about that. Okay. So what I'm going to do with Rocco instead, we're just going to stay there, and we're going to try to take out. We start a ranged fight, so we're going to get 2 hits. So we're honestly, if I roll good enough. I did not. I can kill this guy. So this guy's dead. Okay. And then I think what I'm going to do is that's it for him. Baldur's turn. I can take 1 wound. I need to heal. The nearest heal is there. I can take 1 wound. Okay, Balder, I know it seems weird, but I think what Balder I want to do is I'm going to move him. He's here. He's going to go here. He's going to take a wound. Then he's going to use his city action. He's going to heal 2. 1, 2, and go down 1 corruption. And there's nothing in that I can cleanse. Try to cleanse that. He's alright at cleansing. He's pretty good. He's got 3. And he didn't get anything he needed to get. Okay, and then Rocco's extra turn here. I think with Rocco, I'm going to move 1, and we're going to have to roll for the fire. Okay, and then he's going to do his ranged attack, and he's going to kill this guy right here, which is going to have an automatic, and that's it. So the board is kind of cleared out a little bit. That's the end of Rocco's turn. All we have to do is kill him. It's easier said than done. Okay, hold on. I forgot to put my tokens down. So let's say I put those 2 there. So let's roll to see. He would have took 1 wound. Okay. Alright. Alright, so let's raise it here. Apocalypse is now 5 and 5. Okay, I cannot summon dead monsters. I did summon 2 for his thing. And that is basically... You know, we may actually have a shot at this. This guy's not that hard. Start around. Let's put some corruption there. Let's flip everybody's stuff. Everybody their city action token. Which I think there's only... Let's flip these guys, and I gain a sin card. Okay. So it is now a new round. Now, it's actually not looking that bad. Okay, Calvaire is going to lower his corruption by 1. He says he can do any heroes. So he's a hero, so he's going to lower his corruption by 1. And then... I think what he's going to do, start of hero turn. Okay, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this one. Offer any number of heroes an extra turn token. Each hero that refuses takes 1 corruption. So we're going to go back to here. Everybody's going to take corruption. I only want 3 reaction tokens on the board. Okay. This is going to be a little risky, but if I can do this, it'll work out. First of all, I have to roll for the fire. But I have the proxy, so I would be able to ignore it even if I... Well, unless it's a burst. So let's go ahead and roll. Okay. So I move here. There's the fire. Out. Now let's do the corruption there. Okay, that's fine. Then I'll take the proxy here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my city action token, and I'm going to take 2 less corruption, and I'm going to gain 1 extra turn marker. I don't like doing this, but because the Sins player is now going to gain an extra turn reaction token, but okay, still not with the plans. Okay. Then, what he's going to do, also, he's going to pick up, he already has a blood shield, but he's going to pick up the Laz blade that was sitting in there from when, what's-her-name died. Because the blade is sitting there. And that, so he gains that. Now, however, because he gained that, the Sins player will gain a Sin card. Okay. Now, I'm going to move again. Now, that's my second move. Let's roll for the corruption. Okay, but remember I have the proxy, so it's fine. And now I'm going to try to end this. I'm going to try to defeat this apocalypse. Now he's 5 and 5 now. Okay. So, and we actually have a good chance. And I think what I'm going to do, honestly, first of all, he has a fight of 3. And I think I get another 3. Okay. And I think I'm going to take, I don't care, I'm going to take 2 corruption. I'm going to take a corruption. And I'm going to gain 2 hits. So no matter what, I gain hits. Now, okay. Okay, I have enough to kill him. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this Curse Fate. After the die rolls, cancel the rolls, and they both got to roll again. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to put him on a space too. He would have gained. Let's put him right here. I would have tried to block that. And he would have had to take a wound. So he's going to have to take a wound anyways. So if I would have took a corruption, I would have maxed. I would have been able to choose. I still would have had enough hits. I had plenty of hits to beat the guy. So I'm going to have to re-roll. I know it's not weird going back, but because I would have took a wound coming out of there with that guy. I forgot he comes back at the end of the round. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Now, the bad guy has a couple bursts here. So do we, but I won't be able to do that quite yet. Let's do the bad guy's burst first. He has that, and then he has 2 bursts, so let's see. Okay, well, alright, so these are nothing. So this is what he has. Now we have 2 bursts, so let's... Okay. And we got another burst. Okay, alright. There we go. So, alright. So he rolled no corruption, so we just take these corruptions out. These 2 shields will block 2 of these hits. He has 1 shield, which will block another hit. He has the blood shield, which will block another hit. And so he's going to take 1 wound. Okay. Now, dang it, that was the sword there. Okay, so I did 3, 4, 5 wounds. And that is enough, honestly, to kill Apocalypse. Huh. So we killed this thing. Wow, let me see. And that's honestly... That's honestly the end of the game. We defeated... That was kind of... Did I play this wrong? I may have played this wrong. I don't think I did, but... I don't think so. I may have made a little bit more than usual mistakes on this one because of the different rules for the Apocalypse thing. But I think for the most part I played it pretty good. I did make a few corrections, but... Okay. I think we actually won. How about that? That Apocalypse guy is not as strong. Huh. I probably didn't play him as good as I should have because, you know, I could have did some of this stuff, but I just wanted to keep him there. And let the 4 horsemen... As the bad guy, I wanted the 4 horsemen to come out and just do all that stuff, but... I mean... Yeesh. Okay. Well. Phew. Okay, so whether or not I played it, made any mistakes, big time or not, this was the others. The others. Let's talk about this game and give a little bit of a review on it. First of all, the theme is really good for this game. This is why I bought this game. I don't particularly care for these types of games where you have one or a few against another overlord type player. This is kind of like Descent. I don't particularly care for that because they're hard to play solo. Okay, they are harder to play solo because you have to inject randomness and stuff like that in there, and it doesn't give you fully the true game experience that the game creators are packaging to you. And so when you watched my playthroughs on this, you've watched a single player playthrough. You haven't watched the true others experience as the gamers intended. So you may be, well, that game, yeah, it looks cool, but it just doesn't look as good as it could be. Well, that may be because I am not playing this game as intended. But the theme is excellent. 7 deadly sins, the apocalypse, the end of the world. What a great theme. The Four Horsemen. It's a beautiful theme. I love it. I wish there were more games like this, especially solo games. So the theme is a plus in my book, no matter what. The theme is a plus. Let's talk about the miniatures. Honestly, this game has the best miniatures I've seen, to be honest with you. They really went, and that includes games that I don't have. I've seen a lot of games, and to me, they really went, especially with the 7 deadly sin, the the abominations, and then with these guys, they really went in a really good art direction. And I cannot highly recommend enough or compliment enough the artistic style that they went in this game. The miniatures are fantastic. I mean, my God. The Four Horsemen themselves are spectacular. I cannot, like I said earlier, there are some games that have miniatures and the miniatures enhance the game. And that is really what miniatures are supposed to do. Enhance the game. The miniatures make this game. The theme and the miniatures make this game. Now, as I said before, I think that may be, you can look at that as somewhat of a detriment, saying, well, they're putting the gameplay, the mechanics, the rules on the back burner a little bit. And you know what? They kind of did a little bit. The miniatures and stylistic style take front and center of this game. They're more important than the rules. And yeah, sure, that could detrimental affect the game and make it where it's not as good of a game core mechanics. But man, I mean, seriously, I've never, I mean, these miniatures are just fantastic. I can't stress that enough. I mean, and they're good quality. And I mean, Jesus. Now for the core mechanics gameplay. Okay, this is where the game, honestly, it struggles. The gameplay is not as tight and as strong as the theme and the miniature mechanic, and therefore this gameplay suffers a little bit in that. Now, we could say that it suffers a little bit because we're playing a solo version, whereas you're not playing the game as truly intended. And you would be right on that. So we can't fully disregard the gameplay mechanics or disparage the gameplay mechanics for not being as tight because of that. Would I recommend this game? Okay, if you are a solo player and you're not going to play this co-op or competitive or whatever you want to call it, if you're not going to play as the creators intended to play this game, I would say the only reason for you to buy this game is if you really love the theme. Now, I'm not saying go buy $300 worth of games just for miniatures. It's ridiculous. Although you are going to get some great miniatures. And if you get all the expansions, because like the base game only comes with, doesn't come with all the heroes that you've seen, and it only comes with a few of the acolytes, and it only comes with 2 sins, I believe. I think Lust is one of them, and another one. So, to get the full experience, you would need several expansions. If you like the theme, if the theme is your favorite, right up your alley, 7 Deadly Sins, fantastic miniatures, wonky little bit gameplay where you tinker over at the rules because you have to, because you're going to play it solo, and if you have the money to burn, sure, I'd recommend you get the game. But if you're going to get this game, to get the best possible experience, you need to get the expansions. You just can't buy the base and say, well, and never be done with it. However, if the Apocalypse and 4 Horsemen or 7 Deadly Sins theme is not front and center for you, and you're a solo player, then no, I would not recommend this game, because it's to get all the expansions. And this is one of them things where the expansions, the base game is good, but the expansions, you really need to get the expansions. It feels incomplete without the expansions, without having the other sins. And I to be honest with you, it's kind of like Eldritch Horror when it first came out. It felt a little incomplete. Well, this kind of feels a little incomplete. Just the base game itself. Now, if you are part of a gaming group and you can always get a couple people to play, and you're going to play this game as the makers intended, where you can have a couple people be the heroes and one person be the bad guy, then definitely this game, I think, is one of the best versus type player games on the market. Plus the theme is fantastic, plus the miniatures are fantastic, and then you could even come up with your own little scenarios and stuff. This game plays better when it's versus type thing. But I would still recommend you get the expansions for that. But yeah, if you have the money to spend and you have you are part of a gamer group and you have a reliable gamer group, and you're constantly playing, and you have no problem getting some people over and playing versus games, hell yeah. I mean, these miniatures and this theme is fantastic for that. And it will play better than what you've seen on these videos. You'll be able to do a little bit more strategy and that kind of stuff, and you'll have fun with it. So, I mean, and as the evil overlord type player, you can really stick it to the heroes in these games. So it's fun to do that. Unlike Descent, where Descent plays solo a little bit better. Honestly, Descent plays solo a little bit better, even in its versus game. But as far as versus games go, I think this is a better versus game than Descent. I think Descent's a better solo experience, but I think this is a better versus. And so I would recommend it. So that has been the others. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I love these miniatures. They're fantastic. I love the theme. It's fantastic. This game came out a couple years back, and they Cool Mini or Not came out with a bunch of expansions for it all around the same time. I mean, all the expansions were on the Kickstarter. I guess they've slowly released expansions for it like they do for basically New Heroes and New Sins and the Apocalypse expansion. But that's all the news that's been said about this game. I don't know if they plan on doing any new expansions for this. I think they're done with it. They act like they're done with this. And so that would be a real shame. I think this game has such a great theme and possibilities that I would love to see Cool Mini or Not and Eric Lane revisit this game, maybe come up with a solo rules and come out with some new scenarios and stuff like that. I think that would be great for this game. New scenarios, some new types of monsters. You had, 7 sins, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Why don't you do 7 virtues or archangels and that kind of stuff? Who knows, man? The possibilities are endless. So I would have loved to see that, but I just don't think. I don't think this game did as good as they wanted it to, and I backed it on Kickstarter. It did good on Kickstarter, but I don't think in retail it did as good as they wanted it to, and they just seem to kind of forgot about this one and are just satisfied to leave this thing sitting on the shelf and just move on. And that's a real shame, because anything with the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, end of world type theme, hey, that's fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next time, have fun.